Yes, I know the Olympics isn't for another year or so, get over it. But I will say I do think they should make a few additions to them. Now, some of you may consider these sports, some not so much. But I think these should be considered by any members of the International Olympic Committee who happen to watch this video, which would happen to be none of you. Okay, so the first one is skateboarding. Now, this one I would suggest because it seems athletic enough, and it gets the younger crowd into the Olympics. And the same would go for BMX. Now, before you say, why, Jay? That's what the X Games is for. Yeah, well, you know what else is in the X Games? Snowboarding. And snowboarding has been in the Olympics since 1998. So yeah, they can have skateboarding in the Olympics. Next up would be mascot fighting. This one I want to see purely for the entertainment value of it. I mean, mascots are supposed to be fun, right? So why not have them duke it out in the Olympics? I mean, how hilarious would it be to see a guy in an American bald eagle suit beat up a guy in a Russian bear suit? In case you didn't know, bears are the Russian national animal. I mean, think about it. This would be hilarious. Mascot fighting, the most hilariously awesome sport ever. Knockerball. This one I just want in the Olympics just because I want the conversation in the locker room to be like, so what do you play? Knockerball? Oh, what's that? It's a game where you play soccer in a bubble suit. And everybody bursts out laughing, including the mascot fighters. You can tell these guys are like, shut up, I'm a serious athlete, it's not funny. Oh, and I bet their parents were like, I want my belly to get exercise, but it's too dangerous. Here, they can play knockerball. Perfect. But Mom, they look ridiculous. I don't care, Jimmy, I want you safe. Seriously, this would be hilarious. But anyway, the next one I have is auto racing.
But why, Jay? That's not athletic.
Shut up. Let me explain. For those of you who say auto racing is not athletic, I have one thing to say. Bobsledding. With the exception of the start, you are simply riding in a sled down an icy chute. That is it. Since that's the case, if bobsledding gets to be an Olympic sport, why not auto racing? But aside from that, have you ever heard of Le Mans? It is the toughest, most prestigious race in the entire world. That race is 24 hours long. That is an entire day of racing. It is an incredible honor to win that race. But back to the Olympics. Imagine what an incredible honor it would be to win in an Olympic race. But about your argument about racing not being physically active, well, some race cars don't have power steering, so there's that. Plus, there is a lot more to racing than just driving. There's the pit crews as well. In fact, take a look at this NASCAR pit stop from this IMAX documentary. Those are 20 seconds! Like, change tires and gas up, 20 seconds, gone! That takes like tons of skill and tons of physical energy to do. I mean, and that's not athletic? Seriously? Come on! That deserves recognition from the Olympics, okay? I rest my case. But anyway, the final thing I think should be an Olympic sport is fursuit dancing. Yeah, I know, you probably saw this coming from a mile away. But hear me out. Fursuit dancing is the most fun thing I've ever done in my life. But it's also the most physically challenging thing I've ever done in my life. So I would argue that this would make a fine Olympic sport. I mean, I danced to Party Rock Anthem in my fursuit, you know? And I almost died. I mean, I didn't, don't worry, I'm fine. I mean, I'm still here, but, you know. I mean, I didn't pass out, but I felt like I went through Egypt and back on a single glass of water. That's how bad it is. Like, seriously. But in any case, fursuit dancing would make a great Olympic sport. If there's any real life equivalent, I'd say it'd be figure skating. Well, there you are. 4 things that should be considered Olympic sports. Not that they will be. I'm probably going to get backlash from the auto racing thing, but that's the internet for you. Even so, I still think it should be. Again, pit stops. But anyway, here's the new piece of artwork. Here Emily and I are just laying on a grassy field somewhere. Nothing too special. If I was to give it a name, which I don't really name my artwork, I'd just call it Just Chillin'. Well, that concludes this video. I'm YJ Wolf, and this message will self-destruct.